mentioned in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the semi-main event.
And there we go. We have Chef Mark Ferguson, our host of violence, standing in that
All right, sound guy, are you ready?
unforgiving steel cage.
And it's not the first time he's been in that cage.
And it won't be the last, in my opinion.
We'd all know Chef. It's not the first time he'll be behind bars.
Whoa. Chef Mark Ferguson mentioned in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the semi-main event.
And there we go. We have Chef Mark Ferguson, our host of violence, standing in that
All right, sound guy, are you ready?
unforgiving steel cage.
And it's not the first time he's been in that cage.
And it won't be the last, in my opinion.
We'd all know Chef. It's not the first time he'll be behind bars.
Whoa.
He is El Tigre Oro.
And if you have not seen this man, hold on to your seat. You're in for a treat. El Tigre Oro coming down to the ring, a fantastic luchador, a fantastic competitor, and he's competing in a steel cage match tonight.
Lucha sensation, El Tigre Oro.
You know, and I'm a big fan of Tigre Oro.
Big fan of El Tigre Oro. He's going to go out there and he's going to give it everything he has. He's going to leave with a little less of himself just because he's going to give it everything he has. And he is bringing in the steel chairs.
The Tigers get a little feisty.
He's got tres sillas in that ring right now. That is 3 chairs and showcasing the athleticism, El Tigre Oro. A man that defies gravity.
You know, and these two had a match last weekend in IPW, and they tore it apart. I can't wait to see what they can do in a cage.
He is the Idaho Wrestle Club ever openweight champion from the High City. He is High Jed Wilson.
And there we have an independent pro wrestling sensation, a real-life maverick himself, High Jed Wilson.
For this match,
There we are.
That belt from the Idaho Wrestle Club.
Idaho Wrestle Club never open weight champion, a title that is for the mixed hybrid style wrestler of any weight class.
And would you believe this, Shane, before we get into this match, that Jed Wilson has only had a handful of matches in his career, and he's already a champion.
A man that's wise beyond his years, a handful of matches, as Nate so appropriately put it, but works like a 30-year veteran.
Absolutely.
We are
We're going to go a little jousting with the chairs.
Our bell keeper just rang the bell. That is time. Here we go. It's time for Rage in the Cage. El Tigre Oro versus the Jet.
No. Oh, that's going to sting your fingers.
And here we are, these 2 men running in this dangerous steel cage, and a big modified neck breaker. Welcome back, Chef Mark Ferguson. Thank you for joining the booth, mi compadre.
No problemo, mi ese. Muchas gracias.
De nada.
For our Spanish-speaking participants and viewers.
Absolutely.
Shane, you do a lot of lucha libre. Does a cage match hinder their lucha style more than...
I think it enhances it.
So to provide context to what Nate alluded to, in my wrestling career, I originally started as a luchador. I am trained in lucha libre, and to answer your question and reinforce Chef's statement, yes, a steel cage match does enhance a lucha style. It is more things to stand on. Oh, wow! And a big headshot to the steel cage. And he bounced off it. Okay.
Huge clothesline.
Notice the redness already appearing in Jet Wilson's big German suplex. Modified it there at the end, twisted in the end. Very unorthodox.
Well, and that's the thing about Jet. He's like what I like to call sneaky strong.
Well, the thing with suplexing is it's less about strength, more about dexterity. He's able to pop his hips and bend his core, and that's how he is able to get men over. Oh, wow.
Using that cage as a weapon.
Absolutely. The cage itself is an unforgiving structure of macabre. It is a weapon. Every time you hit the ropes and your back hits it, you are in hell. Literal hell. Forgive my language. Oh,
Back
wow.
kick.
Kicked him right in the midsection.
No.
Chair. Into the standing chair.
And look at the steel chair. It has been broken by the Maverick Jet Wilson's body. El Tigre Oro showcasing a very, very sick side of himself with his rival tonight in that cage.
And I'm
Sets
pretty sure
that
that's
chair
not
up
the
in
only
the
thing that
corner.
broke.
Excuse me, Nate?
I said I'm pretty sure that's not the only thing that broke.
That is not the only thing that broke. Check on Jet Wilson's spine after this bout.
Sends him in. He misses and then sends him in.
That right there is a concussion. That is a chair shot. Right from the turnbuckle into the chair
Now,
with his head.
That's a move luchadors practice a lot to pass through, correct? I'm not sure if that's the technical term that the lucha use.
Pasole, but that means pass through. That is perfect. Great
Pasole,
job.
I like pasole.
Not the food. Pasole.
Pasole,
I was gonna say that's
to be confused with pan nocha.
And a big
Into the cage.
back elbow right into the cage. Jet Wilson going through utter mayhem in this match.
The ring crew is definitely on edge tonight.
Absolutely.
Oh my
the
goodness,
ring
double
crew.
foot stomp from the top on his midsection there.
going for the cover.
A coup de grace, if you will. Ring crew reinforcing this cage because these men are throwing themselves through it. It is a steel cage, and they're throwing themselves so hard that it's moving the cage.
Well, and it goes back to what they say. The cage.
That chair right at him.
Shade out of this chair.
Shades of Sabu. Jet Wilson throwing the chair right at El Tigre Oro's midsection, his abdomen.
Now, is he gonna No, he's gonna do a bulldog onto it.
Wow!
Top rope bulldog onto a chair.
That was a receipt for Tigre Oro throwing his cabeza right into the steel chair on the center turnbuckle, as you still see the ruins of on the right-hand side.
And for those who don't speak Spanish, cabeza means head.
Absolutely. Big punch to the chin. Oh, massive back elbow. Punch to the stomach. Oh, wow.
Cross body.
The athleticism of this man cannot be understated. He hit the second rope, sprang up like a rubber band, and cross-bodied El Tigre Oro a la Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
This young man has got a lot of tenacity. He's climbing over the
He's
top.
climbing up to the top of
That is a way you can win in a cage match.
And a big running set-out powerbomb.
That is D-Lo Brownish. D-Lo
The
Brownish.
damage he took to the back when he went through that chair.
Absolutely. That was, Chef put it perfectly. Shades of the legendary D'Lo Brown. That is a dangerous move. Wow.
That Jet Wilson just does not have anything left in those legs.
Well, I mean, the man just fell 40 feet, basically, onto the top of the back of his head, got stuck in a high stack pin, and now...
Throws the chair onto the chair into his chest.
A shotgun drop kick to that lower turnbuckle with those chairs. Wow.
Steel chair to the back.
And it hurt.
And he's swinging it again. That one caught him on the wrist and the hip.
Not good, not
That's
good.
a good way to have a broken wrist.
That's a great way to have a broken wrist, as you said.
I think these guys, they're on the road after they leave here. They're heading, I think, down south to work.
These two men are at war with each other for the top spot in the west coast of new talent. This is why.
Superman punch, or what's that called?
A Superman. You know what?
It was
I'm
like
gonna
a
call.
Superman forearm, actually.
He
I'm
had
gonna-
some height.
I'm gonna name
Flying
that.
through the air.
I'm gonna name that. That is the highway to the danger zone from Jet Wilson.
The highway to the danger zone.
Come on!
Welcome and get your mile high flyer miles on that one, huh? Mile high points. That's what I was looking for.
No, you
and a
got
chair. Ooh,
Big.
you can
there's
tell
the
his
receipt.
inexperience on swinging chairs.
You very much can.
Oh! Jumping famouser.
A modified famouser, shades of Billy Gunn.
Into the steel chair. Cover one.
Shades
and
of
two.
the rockers.
Only two.
And listen here, we don't know what's happening underneath that mask. Is he bleeding under the mask? Does he have a contusion? Is his nose broken? We don't know.
Plus, it's got to be hard to breathe under that mask, too, after taking all this butter.
So, Chef, we have that safety law here where you got 2 minutes if you're bleeding, but we have no way of knowing if El Tigre Oro is bleeding under that mask. The man wears the mask. He is a traditional luchador. He wakes up with the mask on, goes to sleep with the mask on. He never takes it off.
Yeah, we wouldn't know until it was completely soaked, and it may be too late.
No!
Yeah. Oh! Went for a top of the cage Hurricanrana.
Amazing athleticism.
I think
very unique.
He's asking for the door to be open.
Whoa, okay. This is a smart man's way of escaping the cage for a win. And for the viewers at home, we did not do the job very well in explaining the rules of this match and how to win. I am remiss from that. That is my fault. But you can escape the cage or
Headbutt.
Shades of Crispin Walsh. Wow! Wow! Jet Wilson.
The win.
And your winner!
Wow! Give him a round of applause, viewers at home and viewers in the arena. Jet Wilson with a big win here at the PWF. Of course he's feeling it. His back is raked from the cage. He's going back in. Why? 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 A show of respect! A show of respect!
Ladies and gentlemen.
A show of respect from Jet Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for these combatants. Not only were they enemies in there, but they are also friends. Put them together.
The Maverick Jet Wilson did not have to do that. Jet Wilson, great job, great champion. Look out for him.
Look out for both these men, actually. These men are going to take the
Absolutely.
Northwest by storm.
And then El Tigre Oro, sometimes a loss.
Bravo.
El Tigre, sometimes a loss is not a loss. It is a lesson learned and a win, my friend. That looked like a win to me tonight.
When I return back to PWF, you're going to see a win.
That's right.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Regardless, win, loss, sometimes when you have a war like that, it's not necessarily